All right, guys, I'm on a mission, so let's talk about it. So, since about mid 20s or so, it's been an up and down struggle with my weight. I lose some weight, I gain it back plus a few, I lose some weight, gain it back plus a few, on and on and on. So the story has gone until we've gotten to this point. Now, I am 47 years old. Um, Not really any health problems yet, aside from the ones I was born with. But the reality is, I have a mom that I lost at the age of 54 to a heart attack. And every time I look in the mirror, I'm reminded of that because not only do I look like my mom, but I've probably got a good 30 pounds on her as far as weight goes. Now, I know weight's not everything when it comes to health, but I also know that getting control of my weight is going to impact me getting some control of my health. So here's the plan at this point. Originally, I had hoped to come on today with my initial weigh-in, my starting weight, if you will. But we've been snowed in here in Ohio for the past 3 days, and we're going to get some more snow tomorrow. So probably not going to be until next week until I have that. I already got started with my plan, and I figured, okay, to heck with it. You know, the first week, all you lose is water weight anyway, so not a big deal. Um, what I'm doing is a modified keto, leaning heavily towards carnivore, but not fully. So I don't want to say I'm doing carnivore because this the first time I posted what I eat in a day. Someone's going to say that's not carnivore. But anyhow, so yeah, very low carbs, mostly meats and fats, healthy fats, walnuts, things like that. That's where most of my carbs would come from, walnuts and occasional other things that I might consume. Biggest thing is I'm leaving soda and sugar completely. Soda and sugar are huge trigger foods for me. Uh, I am the kind of person who could easily make a dozen cookies and eat them in one sitting. When it comes to sugar and sweets, I have zero control, zero willpower. You put something sweet in front of me, I'm going to not only am I going to eat it, I'm going to eat way more of it than any normal person should. I have a real binge eating issue when it comes to sweets. It's a huge problem. I know it's a huge problem, so that's the number one thing that I've cut out completely at this point. Um, I do plan to have incorporated cheat days into my plan. Holidays, I'm going to have sweets. My birthday, I'm not going to go without a piece of cheesecake. Valentine's Day, things that are holidays and important, I'm going to have built in cheat days so that I don't lose my marbles and give up. Now, that's a big thing for me. Um, Health wise, I'm lucky at this point. I don't have diabetes. I'm not pre diabetic as far as I know. I wasn't at my last checkup. I don't have high blood pressure yet. I do have high cholesterol. However, I have genetic high cholesterol. So that's something that is going to be an issue even if my weight's in check. Something that's always been an issue for me. Um, let's see. Weight rise. Like I said, haven't weighed in yet, but I know I'm somewhere between 200 and 210. Not sure where I fall in that realm. We'll have a better idea next week when I'm able to do my first actual weigh in. Uh, Plan at this point is, stick to my diet, stick to my plan, drink a lot of water. The first month, the only exercise I'm going to have is just walking. I'm not in great shape. I am not the same girl who could dance around all day long when I was young. So, I mean, I've got to get back in shape before I try to go crazy with anything other than just the walking at first. First month, I'm just going to do walking. Second month, I'll probably add in some light weights, maybe some functional movement. After that, I'm probably going to add in some heavier weights, maybe some yoga, maybe even some Pilates. I hear that's great for your flexibility, and I've always been very flexible, so that's something I want to make sure I maintain. Let's see here. And honestly, I kind of want just to work on my mentality when it comes to food as well. I've always had, when I was young, I didn't have a whole lot of issues with food. It wasn't until, I hit my teens, got a job for the first time, was making my own money, that things kind of went off the rails. But back then, I was very active. I did all kinds of sports. I was involved in everything I could be involved in just to get me out of my house when I was growing up. So the weight never piled on. I mean, I graduated high school weighing 115. Uh, Time marches on. Had 4 kids. started to gain a little bit of weight back then, and boy, I wish that I was as big now as I thought I was back then. It's gotten a lot worse over recent years. I've gone up and down around that 200-pound mark several times in the past 10 years. Anywhere between 155 and 210 has been kind of where I've been hovering, and it's time to put a stop to it. I have some plans and some goals, big things that I want to achieve when it comes to my health. Uh, Not this year, but next year, I want to run the Flying Pig Marathon. I'm going to have to get into shape in order to pull that one off. My goal for this year, I want to get down to about 145 and see how I feel. If I feel I could still lose some more weight and not suffer, as far as how I'm feeling or how I'm looking, then I'll go lower. Otherwise, I'm going to, stay about that 140, 145. That'll put me at a healthy weight. Right now, I am most definitely obese. I'm a good 30 pounds from even being considered overweight. I'm only 5'4". I'm not particularly tall, so we've got a lot of work ahead of us. Now, where you guys come in is I want you guys to help keep me accountable. Please comment my videos, subscribe to my channel if you're willing. If I don't check in, hit me up on Facebook. Make sure that I'm staying on track and that I'm participating in the process with you guys so that you guys can help keep me accountable. I'm going to be posting some weight loss content. If you're offended by that, don't feel like you have to watch. I understand that, weight isn't the only measure of health, but you know what? It is a measure of health. Sorry, it is. It's not the only measure, but it is a measure, and it's an important one, particularly for someone like me. The heavier I get, the less good I feel, and it's very, very obvious to me. You might feel that health is at every size is a real thing when you're in your 20s, but as someone in my late 40s, I promise you, it's not. My knees hurt sometimes, my back hurts, my body hurts. There are days that I don't feel like getting out of bed, and a lot of it's due to the weight and not feeling good in my own body anymore, and it's time to get that fixed. So anyhow, stay tuned, stay with me, probably post some videos about what I eat in a day. Maybe when I start hitting the gym next week, you can come along with me every now and then. We'll see what's going on. I have some plans and goals for when I'm hitting certain landmarks. For say if I lose 10 pounds, I'm going to treat myself to something important. We'll get into that later. I've got some big plans for that this year. We'll see how that all goes. We've got other plans in the works too for a couple other non-health related goals that we'll get into. But yeah, this is going to be a big year of change. Health is a big aspect of it, but it's only one aspect. So, like I said, I don't want this to turn into a weight loss channel, but this weight loss is going to be an important part here in the beginning, especially. I've got to get this in check, y'all. I've got to lose some weight. I've got to get in better shape. I've got to get to feeling better, and I've got to get back to doing things that I enjoy doing. It's very important to me. But yeah, so thanks for tuning in once again, and wish me luck, and please like, comment, share, all those wonderful things that all the cool kids on YouTube say. Y'all have a good night. Bye.